Starting. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Tarot Tuesday with Christy. Hi, Christy.
Hello.
So today, or this week, we're doing the star. So again, we're going to focus on the artwork and what we see here, how it hits us here, what we're thinking here. So what do you think, Christy, when you see the star, what does it make you think?
I think naked lady.
Yes, nudist colony. You said that before. That was a good one.
Yeah. They're going skinny dipping too, because she's kind of hovering by the water there.
Yeah, it's very bright, cheerful. Although she looks like now, I know someone mentioned before earlier with the temperance card how he had 1 foot on water, 1 foot on land, and they saw it as sort of a spiritual, when they're washing your feet, like Jesus washes your feet for renewal.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of getting the idea here too, similar with 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land, I thought.
Yeah, I can see that. And plus she's like watering the grass, I guess. I don't know, she's poured it so much or so violently, it's actually like carved little pathways into the grass. So that's kind of interesting. Or it's just the dimension Pam chose to give it, I guess.
Yeah, she's sort of pouring hope into people's emotions there, like the water being maybe the collective unconscious or something.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah. And interesting, her foot, unlike the foot of the angel in the temperance card you just mentioned, is kind of just floats on the water. Whereas I think his foot is submerged, isn't it? One of them is actually in the water.
Is it? I scroll back, but I don't want to. It'll take me forever to find it again. This is a long book.
Look at your cards.
But yeah, no, I think you're right. I think the tip of his toe submerged. I think because he's sort of floating in the air. He's an angel, so he's floating.
Yeah, but it's still in the water as opposed to just on the surface. And yet she's kneeling, with her weight.
Yeah.
And yet she can keep her foot suspended. I mean, you go try that and see how well you do.
Yeah, right? I don't think so.
Yeah, here in my temperance card. Yeah, it looks like his toes are in the water, but they're under the water where she's just on the water. So that's interesting difference too.
So it sort of gives the idea that she's not human. She's more of a ethereal figure, maybe.
Maybe, or maybe she's not in the emotions, but or the subconscious, she's touching it, but she's not submerged in it. So maybe she can be more objective about it if she's not lost in it, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because you have the stars in the background, just sort of giving you hope, sort of a light of inspiration there. Maybe she came from the stars and she's just putting some more water in for everybody on Earth.
Star water. Sounds like a, I don't know, hippie name. Star water. Yeah, it's like a wish card to me too, because of the wishing on a star sort of thing, and it's got that giant star in the middle.
Yeah, I get that. I also get like the movie star because I see those flashes, like flashes of a camera. You're a movie star. They're flashing at you like that.
Well, yeah, you're naked pouring water in the. You're gonna get some pictures taken.
Well, it's kind of the idea of you become like a politician or a movie star, your whole life gets exposed. Like you can't keep any secrets. Everything you do is.
Yeah, but she doesn't. I mean, she's naked. She had the choice to put clothes on, so it seems like she doesn't care that she's exposed. She's comfortable being exposed. She's not hiding herself. Her arms are wide stretched, pouring that water. She's not trying to cover her, lady parts. So she's cool with it, whatever. And she's not afraid of the attention or the limelight or the starlight or even Mr. Bird up there in the tree having a look at her. Whatever his deal is.
Yeah.
Reminds me of me putting water in the bird bath out back too.
A bird bath. I always want to get a bird bath. Birds. But yeah, Yeah, she's like free. And it's like she's alone and she's happy. And it's like some people like when they cook, they not cook, clean. They clean in the nude, So
Do
that kind of
they?
idea. I never would, trust me. But but apparently, because you're free and you can be free to do what you want. You're alone. There's no one around watching you. So it's kind of that freedom too. Except for the bird, yeah.
That bird's up there.
The bird's watching.
Well, you could be communing with nature, being naked. I mean, the bird is in his all together. He doesn't have clothes.
Yep.
So being one with nature and being, yeah, I guess, a nudist.
Yeah. So just being honest. So they said when the figures are not wearing clothes, they're just being honest, being themselves, being real, no pretensions.
Mm-hmm. Not hiding anything.
Yeah, they're not materialistic. Being so it's a very spiritual card, very honest card.
Yeah. Or maybe then I guess the naked figure is the only thing she needs really is just herself for her, whatever she has, with her mentally or physically, because she's completely naked. She hasn't got money. She hasn't got, jewelry even. She's got just herself. So self-reliance maybe for this card as well.
Relying on your own inner wisdom, your own inner.
Yeah, your whatever you happen to have, your street smarts or your personality or your good looks naked. I don't know.
Hey, a lot of people have made quite a good living about that. Ask Kim Kardashian.
If I could, I would.
And she has absolutely no hair. You have to ask, where did she get the wax?
Well, she probably would tell you. Pretty open about everything.
This could be a good sign for like a waxing place.
Oh, there you go. Starlight waxing.
There you go. Yeah, just refreshing. But even though she's pouring a lot of water, she's like, it's not overcoming the flowers. There are a lot of flowers growing and very fertile.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. It seems to kind of be going around the flowers, but I guess they benefit in some ways too. Like she's not necessarily intending, like, oh, I need to water these flowers, because she's not pouring them on the flowers or even near. She's not even looking at that part. She's looking at the water part, which is interesting too. That could have meaning, I guess.
Hey, doggy.
Yeah, Cujo's loose. So that to look forward to later.
Yeah, so it's a very peaceful looking card. It's very beautiful, very.
Yeah.
It's strength of being. She's alone, so it's like it's the enjoying being alone, but not being a hermit. Not just.
Yeah. That tranquility. I like what you said about that. Just kind of day spa me time. Like maybe she's pouring herself a nice relaxing bath and she's going to do a spa day for herself.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, a lot of stars do that too. They like to go to expensive getaways. That works as well to be refreshed.
Yes, for their movie making, whatever songwriting endeavors.
Water is always a huge part of our health, right? So it's in healing. So water baths, jacuzzis. True,
yeah. And your body's made up a great majority of water, also. So
yes.
That, as is the planet.
And it's also the spiritual qualities of it as well. So you're physically rejuvenated, you're spiritually rejuvenated. So you got the water, that's why it's pouring water on the earth and maybe in the pond there or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Body and mind and spirit. But it's more spirit and body than mind, I think.
Yeah. I would think so, because it doesn't seem to be like a thinking sort of a card to me. At least that's not the impression I get. It's more peaceful, maybe contemplative if you're thinking at all. Just, thinking how relaxing it's going to be and emotionally healing too, just to be by yourself and away from all the action and everything.
Mm. And being creative, yeah. She's like, she does look like she's meditating, you know. She's sort of.
Yeah. Wax on, wax off. Water in, water out.
Yeah, she's scrying in the water there, maybe. See what answers she can get.
Yeah. And I always wondered, did she take that water out of that pool or whatever and then pour it back in, or is this water from somewhere else? What's special about the water in her jugs that she needs to pour it into that water? Or is that maybe that had no water in it at one point? She's bringing the water? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she created the pool, right?
Mm.
It wasn't there before. Maybe maybe that's why her foot is on top, because she's actually made it. It's a very thin layer of water. She's just
that could
starting
be
it.
Yeah, and the water's not high enough. Maybe that's a shelf or something of earth right there. And maybe it's deeper where she's pouring and it's higher. The earth is higher where her foot is. Interesting. I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, because you would think the buckets would be dripping if she had like dunk it in and put it back out, right? It would be.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah,
And they're such small, and they're so small. Like, how could they have that much water in them? So it seems
Yeah.
like maybe the bottles are self-refilling.
Oh, that's a thought. I hadn't thought about that. Like magical water jugs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Or she's just very determined to fill that thing up.
She's like,
only
I'm gonna
20
take
more
a bath.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bath if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah. It will be, because you'll be tired from taking.
Hey, when you need a bath, you need a bath. That's all it is.
That's right. Baby needs a bath. Come hell or high water, get in a bath.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it's very relaxing, like you said. And even with the bird back there, he seems like just hanging out by himself, not doing anything.
Well, maybe he's waiting for her to leave and go get more water, and then he's going to swim in her little pool while she's gone.
That would be what a bird would do, right?
Or drink it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, an oasis.
Yeah, so he's watching her, and he's like, as soon as she steps away, I'm jumping in.
Yep, gonna get me a bath. Bird water.
Give me a drink of that special star water.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very bright, cheerful, hopeful card here. Peaceful, rejuvenating.
Yeah.
Just sort of waiting too. She's sort of waiting. Maybe she's biding her time until waiting for her big break. She's like an actress, and she's about to get her big break, and she's like, okay,
yeah,
relax until it waits.
Well, yeah, patience definitely, if she's trying to fill that thing up with those tiny jugs.
Right, right.
So just determination and patience. That would make sense for something too.
And just being beautiful, 'cause she's like a beautiful young figure. So it's sort of this youthful kind of card, having a youthful outlook, or.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of idea, but not immature though. She's not immature. She's not like a little kid, so she's be a mature but young, sort of prime of your life kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like with hopes and dreams, it would go with that as well. Because when you're younger, you have all these ideals and dreams and hopes that you're going to go out there and change the world or do something just totally, interesting.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
There's so many things.
Yeah. So many possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Full of hope and optimism.
All
right. So it's a very beautiful picture, but that would be a nice picture to have hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
All right. So that is what we are seeing at the current moment in this card. So what do you see? Let us know down below. So thank you, Christy.
You are welcome. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. So until next time, we'll end this here. I can figure out how to end it.
The end button. Press the end button.
Oh, there we go. Stop the recording. There we go.